You're welcome back to the Afia Morning Show, 12 Days of Christmas special. And of course, we're going to be having a discussion now on the Southeast and issues that concern the region ahead of this Christmas day, the big day that is coming up just 4 days away. Some people are arguing now 5 days, but I still think 4 days away. Lots of issues right now concern the Southeast, especially in the area of transportation costs, the issue of security. We're looking at high airfares. We're looking at economic hardship that's affecting the entire country. But down here, a lot of the things are coming, the onions and the rest, it's affecting everybody. And we just saw a newspaper headline yesterday that read that a return ticket from Lagos to Anambra is now as high as 700,000 naira. Can you believe that? We're seeing people that are saying that the Onitsha Head Bridge should be decongested by people exploring the second Niger Bridge so that the traffic is reduced. And these travelers cannot even consider going by air because of the price. So just imagine how this must feel, this mass homecoming period, people trying to come to celebrate their loved ones, and everything is just over their heads, and they have to go through shortcuts and easier routes because everything else that should be basic infrastructure is unable to manage the traffic that this season usually comes with. And who better discuss this with us than Umeadi Nnadi, a management accountant who always has the best advice, especially on saving money. Thank you, sir, for joining
us today. Welcome. Thank you. Wow, it's been a long time.
Yeah. A long time coming.
Yeah.
So tell us, let's gain your appreciation of the issues and concerns that affect Southeasterners directly this festive season.
Well, you've mentioned them, almost all of them. You talked about the issue of security, because for me, that is key. That is number one, the issue of security in the Southeast. But like I always try to say, not just Southeast, so that it doesn't look as if Southeast is totally different from what is happening in Nigeria. The insecurity in Southeast is also the insecurity as a result of the insecurity we have nationwide, because I've tried to talk to my friends who don't live in Southeast, who think that Southeast is something very unusual than what happens other parts of the nation. I normally tell them it's the same thing. Okay, so yes, there is insecurity, and of course, you mentioned the issue of the fare, the high cost of fare. Someone was actually posting on social media, I think yesterday, he was comparing the transport fare from, I think, yes, Lagos to, I think, a place like Makurdi, and then Lagos to, I think, Enugu or somewhere. Now, the distance, Lagos to Southeast is closer than Lagos to Makurdi, but the fare from Lagos to, I think it was Makurdi, was far cheaper than Lagos to the Southeast. The person was like, what is going on? Why is it so? And I smiled because as a financial person, I understand the issue of demand and supply. So that is why, because the demand for fare, demand to travel to Southeast is much. So it is normally expected that the price will go up. So that is normal economic situation. It happens normally in economics. So yes, the high cost of fare, and then the scarcity of the resources. We all know what is going on in Nigeria. So we are not immune to what happens in Nigeria as a region. So also the high cost of living, not just transportation, but generally. You mentioned onions. I heard someone this morning saying, but I saw a skit maker who made a skit saying that onions is now something that you have to protect with all your life. That in fact, he got onions and he was running away from his neighbor. So all those things are affecting us down here in the Southeast.
But the exorbitant price,
yes,
is that not exploitation at this point in time? Because yes, everybody wants to, they know the Igbos, let me just put it that way, the Easterners, they love to go home and celebrate Yuletide with their family members, right?
Yes.
Everybody loves to come back, have that family feel of celebration. So the exorbitant price, yes, we know that it has to increase, but going overboard. Again, the air tickets fare is up to 700,000 naira coming down to the east. Is that exploitation?
You see, I normally try to educate people. We are in a capitalist country. There's nothing like exorbitant price. If the person didn't lie to you, if the person didn't, if the person, the only way I would say that it is wrong is if the person tells you that if you fly this airplane, I'll fly you to heaven, okay? Or this plane I'm flying you, instead of landing in Onitsha, or in Anambra rather, I'll fly you to Los Angeles. So he's lying. But if the etiquette is, look, if you buy this etiquette, I'm selling it 2 million. And where I'm going to drop you is at Anambra State Airport. And it's going to take maybe like 45 minutes for me to land you there. And you saw it, you agreed, you are going to pay. What is the issue there? It's now for you to decide either to take it or to decide not to travel. Nobody is putting knife on your neck that you must travel. Nobody is pointing gun on your head
that you must
travel. Do you understand? And nobody is saying you must travel by air.
Even they go by road.
Yes,
It's the
yeah,
same
because
thing.
I was going to come to that. Now, let's discuss
Yes,
specifics
right.
too, because in Enugu, there is an area that I don't think we are actually harping on enough. I don't think people are raising enough emphasis on, especially as this is a road that takes us to University Town.
Okay.
And that is the Ugogonike Opi-Nsukka road. Opi-Nsukka is now known for, you know, when you get to Opi, there's this paranoia that comes.
Yes,
Ugogonike,
I know.
paranoia that comes because it has become a hub of kidnapping.
Yes.
The new semester is about to commence. Parents are even scared of their kids flying that road because of the level of kidnapping. But guess what? There are checkpoints there that are supposed to be clamping down on this, but that's not happening. So, you know, looking at people that probably come from Nsukka and are in Enugu city, they have to travel back along that road. What do you think is the alternative for them? What should the government, security agency be doing at this point? Does it is it that they are not hearing these stories of the level of kidnapping on that axis?
Sincerely, it's quite pathetic, if I may say. And I'm not a security expert, but I'll speak my own opinion as a Nigerian, as a concerned Nigerian. Sometimes you begin to wonder, what are the security operatives doing there? Because like you said, I traveled that road, I think a few weeks back.
Oh, you were able to travel that road?
Yes, I did. I had to. Incidentally, I'm from OP, so I have to go to my place. I will still travel to that place this Christmas. I will still go. Now, I had some function, I have functions to go to do in my village, and I had to go. And then, like you said, you see lots and lots of checkpoints. So you begin to, and then you see here the news of the kidnapping. Then you begin to ask, what is going on? I don't want to believe rumors, of course, on social media and other. I'm not a security expert. I am not in government. I don't have any information. But then this happens, you begin to ask, is anything going on that we don't know? Are those security agents, are they really doing something funny that with collaboration? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a security expert. I don't have any information. I'm just speaking based on facts and what, as alleged and what we read on social media. And all. So I don't have any information. I don't know anything. I'm just speaking what, and then when you now check what happens, you cannot go how many kilometers without seeing a checkpoint fully armed. Okay? And then you see, don't go another kilometer, you find another one. And then on the same road, kidnapping is going on very rampantly.
I mean,
you begin to ask, what is going on? So,
what is going on?
So I don't know. So for me, like what you're asking, I'm calling on the governor because he's the chief security officer. Let him look into it. I believe from what I'm seeing, I believe he means well for the state. Okay, I believe he wants the state to move forward. Yes. So I'm calling on him to use his good office to look into what is going on.
Unfortunately, we are now out of time, but I like that you were able to end with that call to action to the government and security agencies to look into the spate of kidnapping on that axis. It is now an open secret. It is too much. And quite frankly, people are terrified about their children, their wards having to resume school after the festive season, especially those who have successfully gained admission there. So, thank you, Mr. Umeadi Nnadi, for joining us, management accountant.